Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Akeo Sikela from the Namibia newspaper. I have two questions, and others were already asked by Denver. Your Excellency, I respect the fact that you say that you don't want to comment on the ongoing proceedings in the court, but you mentioned that the party will initiate measures on how to regulate and guide members on how to solicit donations from any donor. But I think what you didn't deal with is the fact that at the end of last year, one of the accused persons in the Fishrot scandal, James Atwikulipi, apparently, allegedly, used your name to solicit money or bribe from the Icelandic company that is being investigated. My question is that, are you denying these allegations that Atwikulipi had solicited money in your name? Or if so, are you willing to sue or take any legal action against Atwikulipi to clear your name? My second question is on the past donations that you mentioned that the party has received. Maybe if, my question would be, is the party willing to allow an independent investigator or any other independent body to audit and investigate and produce a report for the public for the purposes of transparency, to determine the sources of funds, or the sources of these funds? Any other donation that was made to SWAPO, let's say in 2014, 2012, and 2017, is the party willing to do that for the purposes of transparency and accountability, to also prove to the public that it has not been involved in any dodgy donation campaign? Thank you.
Well, let me start with the last one. It's easier. First, I talk about James said he's campaigning for me or so on. Did he say I was sent by him, meaning by Geingob, to campaign, or you are saying he said that? That must be very clear. He didn't say I sent him. Al Jazeera called me, sent me a letter 2 days before they ran that program. And they asked me a question, 2 questions only. One, they said, did you get any money from James or that company? I didn't even know. First question. Second question they asked, is there anything else you want to tell us? On the first question, I put a big no. No. Second question, I wrote in my book to tell them who I am. That's Al Jazeera. Who I am, where I got my resources, where I recorded, how I have declared it, openly, as I said, in public. I took an office and supervised by Price Waterhouse with all my accounts and so on. That's what I am. I have been working at the UN, I have been working at the World Bank. I gave them the addresses and so on. How I developed myself. I'm now 78. I'm a young boy. I grew up, I worked, and I gave the source. Then I told them, look at me. I'm the president of this country. We have conditions for former presidents in this country. Why should I be stupid after having lived good life, moral life, to come and destroy, when I have only a few years to go, my future? They never said anything about me in that commentary, that report, because I answered them. Now, beginning to, I will be forgetting, my colleagues will help me. First person, the lady, it's about the donations to the party. First, could we just start all of us as Namibians? So now it's not the first party campaign we had, first elections we had in the last one. We had democratic elections for how long now? Starting with the South Africa controlled elections. Money always were there, donated. The slush funds was there. So money was always there. Donations are there. What we are saying is there were no laws to govern how we must report those donations. That is now being done now, I refer to. The donations were there from the individuals, from the parties. They didn't have a formula how to report and so on. 30 years ago it started. Now, party benefited, yes. Party benefited. You will not see in SWAPO audited papers, which we have. Money coming from Fishrot. That I'm answering now. We can give you audited papers of SWAPO and you are financial reports. And you're not going to see any money coming from Fishrot to SWAPO party. Campaign has many ways. You have people who have to run around, people who have to maybe get petrol. That kind of a campaign was done, as it is done everywhere else. That you are getting a car, you are getting a petrol to run around, individuals having this function and so on. But SWAPO party didn't get any direct contribution from whatever, which is in its audited books. Let's be clear on that one. Now, if names were mentioned of people and they are in the proceeding case, we said we are not going to answer that. Let those names come to the courts, they will be dealt with there. We are not going to interfere or trying to defend or influence the court as some of you are trying to do. Courts are impartial and we have taken that we cannot interfere in proceedings. When, as we said, the list came out and mentioned 2 ministers, we called them, as I said, to the office and said, hey, first the top 4 met. And we said, this is not good. Therefore, 2 of us, Vice President and I, had to meet them in the afternoon, and they did resign so that they can provide space for investigation, not found guilty, but not to be in the office and interfere. Therefore, you must vacate your office, which they did. So what more could they have done? We take them out. I don't think they are guilty. They are not found guilty yet. I thought there is what we call innocent until proven guilty. So we didn't want them to interfere with the office work and maybe papers, get out of there. That was done. We did our part. Rest is now in the hands of the courts. We cannot comment on that. List of SWAPO party members, whatever it is, what is it? Who were mentioned what? Huh? Yes, as I answered already, SWAPO as a party didn't get anything in its accounts. SWAPO. If individuals, youth were given something to go and run their congress, those things are happening to all the parties. All the parties are getting that. But SWAPO didn't get money from Fishrot in its bank accounts. We'll give you audited books, you see. Next one is declare what? It's been difficult questions. Can anybody help me? The question. Whether, or declaration of sources of income, contributions. The state owned. Okay, in the article. Well, there was no limitation. The law was not there, I said. Now the law is there to guide all of us. State, anybody, not only state owned, anybody. Law is now clear. It was not there in place, but now it's there. We all will be required. That's why I already gave instructions about SWAPO to start with. The laws must be followed by all of us, not only SWAPO. Now, second one is to declare what? Yes. anybody who I declared publicly, I was sitting there and waiting for people to ask questions. They didn't ask any questions. Everything is there. You must show the source. How else do you declare? And you must even say, if it is a salary, why it was given to you. That is how it is declared. I declared my thing. They couldn't know what to say. And I was sitting there waiting. I had Price Waterhouse. There was a guy from America was there. It's there. You have list all your bank accounts, balances, and so on. If you have cash, where you got it from. That's how you declare. That's what declaration is all about. Laws, what is it? Huh? Oh. Now, he's saying now, after our investigation, and we found that something was wrong. If there were no law, how do you know you are wrong? The law is now going to be there, and definitely, if we see that these people gave the money breaking the law, let the courts also deal with it, because we didn't know where the source is from if somebody got the money. Nobody said, we are going to give you money, youth, to run your Congress, money we stole from or got from Fishrot. No, nobody says that. So if the facts are going to be clarified and so on, are you going to make the law retrospective? That's the way to look at it. And it's not only SWAPO, by the way. We are talking about SWAPO, but it applies to all of us, all the parties. Huh? Now somebody says, why did I wait? Apparently. Was there a time limit? Why now? I decided to do it now. We did it in the beginning of the year. When I opened the Central Committee meeting, I said we must do introspection of SWAPO activities, starting with the election results, why did we do weak here and so on, and to look at where the problems are. So if problems are in corruption, we are going to deal with that too. That's what introspection means. Our own decision, nobody else's. We did it and we're going to do it that way. And therefore, we didn't wait too long. In Central Committee process is going on. Committees have been set up. But since you want to know what we are doing in SWAPO, I'm just telling you we are doing that. And I'm just announcing it to know, because you're asking. But we have been doing a process. We don't have to announce to you. It's a party business. We said that introspect. Let's look at all aspects, whether now donations, whether they're correct or not. That's what we are doing. But since you're in a hurry, we are giving you the answer that SWAPO is quiet. SWAPO is not quiet. We are doing the job with committees. We're just now telling you how far we are. That's all. Help me. It is here.
There was a question from the first person who is the mic on? It's on. Thank you. There was a question, and hereby, as the administrator of this party, I must first thank my president. But he cannot talk alone. He cannot talk alone. For as far as the finances of the party are concerned, because the president, being our leader of our party, doesn't have the signatory power over the finances of the party. The accounts that SWAPO party holds are administered Stop number 1 by the Secretary General of the party. The next person who is having the signatory power over the money in the accounts of SWAPO party is the Deputy Secretary General. The third person that is a co-signer to the accounts of the SWAPO party is the Secretary for Finance. Henceforth, I, with authority, today would like here to tell the public out there, the SWAPO party rank and file, that in all the accounts that SWAPO party as a party, as an organization has, SWAPO party didn't receive any single blue or red penny from what they call Fishrot. I would also want, with authority, tell the public and the SWAPO party members there that every year SWAPO party books are audited by professional, registered, recognized, internationally and locally auditors that are auditing the SWAPO party books. Our audited financial statements or reports are given there to the public for scrutiny. And if you want that, you are welcome always to demand the audited report of SWAPO party to date. And therefore, I just wanted to put an emphasis on what the leader of our party have said, that we as a SWAPO party didn't receive any single penny from the so-called Fishrot. SWAPO is an organization. Individuals are individuals. And therefore, the distinction. And therefore, the ACC are busy doing their investigation, whereby the head of state has said he doesn't want to interfere as a matter of prudency. And I think this is what I wanted to say as an administrator of this great party. Thank you very much.
Yeah, there is a way we are being lectured in SWAPO. People have so much interest in, they love SWAPO apparently. They love SWAPO. SWAPO is failing. SWAPO is dying. Now since you don't like SWAPO, why don't you pay for SWAPO to die? Because you cannot be hypocritical to think SWAPO is dying. Why is SWAPO not doing that? As if you are wishing SWAPO to do well. Because you are praying it must die. So please, what we are doing internally. We have to please our members. We have to show them after introspection. First and foremost, our members. If the courts, which govern all of us, come and arrest SWAPO, that's how SWAPO would answer to the courts. But we don't have any obligation to always being us, as if we have obligation to report to each and everybody in the street. We have press conferences, we have parliament, we will account as governing party. We are ruling party. What we are doing is what we are accounting in the parliament always. But as if people own us, those who don't even vote for us, we like to say, asking questions. We report to our members that they're voting for us. And to even give impression, wishful impression, that SWAPO was punished. SWAPO lost two seats. by 1 seat. You say it's a defeat. I hear when I watch the parliament, I laugh at it. You don't make laws who have 2/3. You amend the constitution with 2/3. SWAPO scored a victory. SWAPO is there. And as for the presidential thing, you don't rule with 80%. When I had 80%, 87%, were you praising me? You were jealous of that. So it's good I could reduce one. When I met my colleagues I went immediately after that to Kenya, and they were laughing at me. I go, why are you worried? Some of us got 50. What's wrong with you? You don't rule with 80% as you had. So please, I don't say leave us alone, but all I'm saying is that you all love SWAPO, apparently. You are all worried about how SWAPO is not doing well. You want to correct SWAPO. Did you vote for SWAPO? Those who voted for SWAPO are happy. So please, we will account as ruling party through the parliament to our electorate. We go around the country, we address our people, we explain to them. We are now taking introspection. It's a very interesting concept that we are saying, are we doing things right? We're asking that question. Then we are saying that let's go and see why we didn't deliver services, what we were punished for in regions. That's what we are doing ourselves. And therefore say, our regional leaders, SWAPO, maybe we didn't do well so much. That's why this punishment. That's our introspection that we are doing with our people, and will take corrective action. And SWAPO will always remain strong party. You can wish it away, it will be here, my dears. With that, I thank you.
Thank you very much.
Now let them come.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I knew you would indulge us. I just want clarity, Your Excellency. When you say that you don't think they are guilty, can you just clarify that?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. One is innocent before found guilty.
Yes, before you said that, you said you don't think...
I'm telling you. I kept on saying one is innocent until found guilty. I called them once patriots. I was condemned for that. Or comrades. They were comrades. They are comrades. But you are innocent until found guilty.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Yes. According to the law.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Okay. I'm glad you asked that. It could have been misunderstood. Distorted as usual. If I wanted to, I wouldn't have fired them. Huh? We told them this is bad, asked them to resign or to fire.
Your Excellency, I would like to know, how does one strike a balance when the party president upholds his moral...
What is that?
Can you hear me now? Your Excellency, how does one strike a balance when the party president upholds his moral obligation, and yet the party of which he is the head of does the opposite? Honorable Sophia Shaningwa, when you said at some point, we have all the money, what did you mean with that? There are also complaints that the SWAPO party, which is the ruling party, is deliberately defunding the ACC to make sure that corruption is not addressed head-on. Please comment on that. When you say that the party, there was no money coming through the party accounts, are you saying that it is okay for individuals to peddle with money wherever they get it from, as long as it doesn't come through the party accounts? Thank you very much.
Do you understand English? What is it? I can speak Afrikaans too.
You can.
Where did I imply it is good if individuals are getting it? Did I say that?
Can I have one last question?
We say through investigations if it is found. We said that there are laws now. Okay. But I didn't say if the individuals get it, it's okay. No.
Your Excellency, you said earlier that the courts will deal with the SWAPO party youth leagues, and yet you did not allow for the courts to deal with the former Fisheries Minister and Justice Minister. Why is the party dealing with this selectively? Then one last question, my last question. Honorable Margaret Mensah, In 2018, you initiated a campaign pushing for the legalization of abortion, sexual and pushing for
I
sexual
called the
rights.
press conference, not Mensa.
And now so you're not taking it. I'm absurd. Thank you very much.
My
Okay, thank you very much.
the constitution is harassed.
I think I cautioned that we should dwell on what the president has given in a press statement, and also to say there are issues where the president is limited because they are before the court, and he was very careful in his statement to mention that, and he keeps on repeating. So let us not go to individuals. This is not a press statement for Comrade Mensa or SG. It's the president of the party. But maybe, maybe the vice president wanted to make something very clear before we close. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Comrade President. I spent 10 years here. First, as Deputy Secretary General of the party, under my Secretary General, Honorable Pendukeni Ivulaitana. I have always been part of the Finance Committee, both as Deputy and as Secretary General. And what the party gets from its own members' annual contributions from party companies and from what we get from Parliament is recorded and accounted for. Now, those people who are willing to help their party, there is nothing we can do about that. If you have more members, you will have more donations. If you have a strong party, there are people who want to be aligned to you. And they do so willingly. We don't force them, and we don't harass them. First of all, we cannot allow trial by public opinion. This is what you are wanting. You want us to condemn people. You want us to declare that the result of the court cases are going to be this, are going to be that. And our president was very, very clear what we are doing within the party, how the procedures will be, and the new rules of the Electoral Commission of Namibia to be followed. We are law-abiding citizens because most of the laws, after all, are passed by the majority party in Parliament. So, are we now going to be, the SG has, there is only one SG at a time in Swapo. She has pronounced herself. And we are saying anyone who got wrong money from wrong organization, the government machinery, the institutional machineries or the courts will catch up with them, will catch up with us. There is a list going on.
I'll talk after you.
Yes, my President. The permanent question that always comes about is when Sophia Shaningwa apparently said, we have all the money. You did very well. I want you to go there so that you report accurately. I was intimidated by an independent candidate, Dr. Itula. Today, for the first time, I mention his name. I was intimidated at a meeting where all political parties were called to sign that all of us will adhere to the code of conduct during the elections of 2019. Dr. Itula mobilized all of us in that hall in front of the Inspector General of the Namibian Police and the chairperson of the Electoral Commission. I was mobilized to leave the hall where that meeting took place. Apparently, I must also not sign that the SWAPO party will adhere to the codes of conduct of elections as set by the law. Mobilized the Secretary General of the ruling party to adhere to the instruction of an independent candidate. And when I told Dr. Itula and his associates, I told him that I am a Secretary General and an administrator of the SWAPO party, and I am delegated by my president, here seated, to be at that meeting and to see to it that I signed on behalf of SWAPO party that the SWAPO party will indeed adhere to the codes of conduct of elections. Dr. Itula jumped up that if I dare sign, whole lot of them, him and his associates, will take SWAPO party to court. I told Dr. Itula that it is not the first time that you are taking SWAPO party to court. You have been taking SWAPO to court, and you are preparing to take SWAPO to court. SWAPO has all the money to defend herself. I didn't say we have Fishrot money. Hear me out. We don't have Fishrot money. Today is Monday. Sunday.
Rest day.
Sunday tomorrow. Monday. I respectfully invite you. I have the hard copy. Don't quarrel. Look at me. I have the hard copy of the audited financial reports and statement. Come to my office. I will, if you want, invite the auditors of SWAPO party to query them without my influence. And then they will indicate to you where the Fishrot money is. We don't have any cent that is a proceed of Fishrot. And I want to tell you, individuals are individuals. SWAPO party is SWAPO party. But individuals cannot hide behind the SWAPO party for what they want to do. And identify SWAPO party and make SWAPO party an enemy of the public and an enemy of the rank and file of SWAPO party. That is not going to be allowed. If they take us to court with a 1% that is coming from each and every individual member of SWAPO party, that is coming from the party SWAPO party companies, that is coming from those who legally give us donations. SWAPO party is not a useless organization. And under the administration of this capable hand and my leaders here, we are going to defend the SWAPO party. SWAPO party is going to be defended. And we are not going to shy saying that we will defend the SWAPO party. We will defend the SWAPO party. If SWAPO party is attacked, SWAPO party will defend herself. But the SWAPO party will not be defended with Sophia Shaningwa money. I do not have money as an individual. I only have a salary that my party is paying me. I do not have the money as an individual to defend the party. But the SWAPO party collectively, through its resources, SWAPO party will defend herself, no matter what. They like to hear this or not, SWAPO party will defend herself if attacked unnecessarily. I think I'm clear.
My sister Beatrice, why do you hate us so much? You are always angry. You must be happy. Answer your questions. you see where you are going. I saw that. Now look how you do things. Look how you do things. Why do you always exaggerate things? Other day you said you came into my car, but I didn't even see you. There at the hospital. Don't be angry. It's good to be angry. Oh, that's what you are saying. They voted for us. They voted for us. They said Namibians are angry. Okay, comrade, thank you very much. Oh, no, let me finish. AC, that is a very serious statement. Very serious claim that we are underfunding ACN so that they can do their job. I know people who are making that propaganda, and definitely we created that institution, as I said. I was instrumental. I was instrumental in it. Somebody to come and teach me that we are trying to underfund it, whereas they know the crisis we are facing. That's not fair. Don't look for excuses. We are setting up these institutions. We love our people. We love our country. We want to see that this country, our country, succeeds. Our people happy. Those who are angry, trying to destroy the country, their own country, trying to always bring positive things, negative things about their own country, I'm sorry for you. But definitely we are going to see that our people are going to live in peace, work, hold hands, and build this Namibian house, where all Namibian children will live in peace. The problems, poverty, and so on, we are going to see to it that we live in this Namibia, our Namibia, as all of us, as Namibian children. I'm finished now. Go ahead. No,
Thank you very much. Just in closing, as we are having it in our program, and I'm going to, the President has spoken, the Secretary General, the Vice President, and the good thing, this message has gone to the whole nation, particularly our members, our supporters, and our sympathizers. And the important point I want to make is, should there be anybody deliberately going to misinterpret the message has come from the President, as party members, supporters, and sympathizers, it's your responsibility to put it in the context. In whatever message or medium of communication they are using, you have to make sure that you put it straight as the President has put it. SWAPO is a party that believes in the rule of law. SWAPO is a party which is ethical in everything that we are doing, and we are very transparent. And as SWAPO members and supporters, we must emphasize this point. Now it is very clear, SWAPO has not received any money from the Fishrot, and this is why they were wanted. We couldn't see from all the questions. Let us defend our party when it's being attacked by the detractors. And this is the main message came from the President. We remain committed and focus to our principle of saving our people. My sincere como President, but this is to conclude as it's in the program. Thank you.
SWAPO!